Hey, hey, hey. Ride home with Auntie. That's my thing. I don't know why I'll grab you. I don't know why I snatch you. I'm snatching all those views. I hope all of you who follow me on here and enjoy my conversations and doing the ride home with Auntie will follow me should TikTok get banned in the United States of America. I do have a Instagram page, a Facebook page, and a YouTube page, which I will continue doing the ride home with Auntie, but it will exclude the song of the day because y'all, I actually can turn left. Good Lord, it must be spring break. At any rate, so that part. So, I come on here and I'm encouraging, but I also pride myself on making my platforms authentic. So today was not the best day. Let me correct myself. Today is the day the Lord has made, and I'll be happy and rejoice within it. So today's good because God, I'm alive, okay? But boy, I ended my work day on a bad foot. You know what I'm saying? I've got to learn how to not get in a boxing match with myself when I'm criticized or corrected on something that I did at work or otherwise. But mostly at work because I like to be perfect. I know nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, y'all. I know. But I strive for perfection. Okay? And I don't like it when I mess up. Especially, now I give myself a little bit of leeway. I do. I mean, like, I'm not too hard on myself. When I'm learning, yeah. I give myself a learning curve to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But when you've been doing it for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? And there's a step that you've been told was taught you in training. And I don't like to assume that the person didn't. Okay, even though in my spirit, well, for you, spirit, okay, in my gut, in my shanana, as my brother, I can't remember his name, but you know who he is. He's on Christian radio. He's a comedian, a former R&B singer. I can't think of his name. Willie Moore Jr. There it is. He comes back to me, Jesus. He's right here. He said, say my homeboy's name. Willie Moore Jr. would say, in my shanana. Okay? Okay? In my shanana. Okay? And I lost my whole thought pattern trying to remember Willie Moore Jr.'s because I really like in my shanana. In my spirit, I feel I don't recall that person training me to do that. Okay, or I would be doing it, right? But I don't have any proof to remember that if they did it, it didn't. Okay, so I assume the responsibility that I didn't take that note, or something distracted me, or something that I did not take that note. Okay, and even though the criticism wasn't like you're a horrible worker, just the criticism alone that you weren't doing this, and because you weren't doing this, this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? So now, I like to be a person that is a trusted worker, that you can trust that they're going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? And then because I got hung up on that, I made another major mistake. The beautiful thing about what I'm learning about doing accounting and stuff is everything can be fixed, but who wants to go back and do fix? I'm sorry. It is hot and it's sweaty, and I got biggins and they get sweaty, so I kind of reach down in there to kind of like okay. Look, I hope everybody's on here as an adult. Or one day you will be. Okay? So women do that. Big booby women, it get hot, especially in the summer. Okay? All kinds of sweat. Alright? So yeah, so I left work kind of beating myself up because I made a mistake at the end of the day. And I didn't even have the balls to go and tell my manager the mistake that I made. I didn't want to sit there a minute longer trying to explain why I got distracted. And I hate when they do that. How many of y'all hate when your manager asks, what happened? Especially if you make a mistake and you didn't know you made a mistake. You thought you was doing your job. You was doing your thug thizzle at your job. And they say, well, what happened? Like, I don't know. I mean, in my mind, I was like, I thought I was doing my job. What you talking about? I made a mistake. But when you make a mistake and you know it, then it's like, and you know better. You know what I'm saying? That one is going to take me until my couple of hours to stop, giving myself an uppercut. And I'm a pro. Look, let me tell you something. Nobody can beat me up like me. I think I was made for these social media streets, but I haven't gotten too much, yet, because I ain't that big yet. Okay? But when I do, it's like, y'all can't beat me up more than I can beat myself up. But you can call me black, ugly, fat, old, stanky breath, dry puss. What you gonna say to me? It's like, yep, I've already reconciled that with myself. You know what I'm saying? I reconciled that with myself in the box arena about 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, but I do need to, I just pray for me because I don't like staying in that funk. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stay in that funk, you make more problems and you make more mistakes because you feel like you're not worthy. Or not worthy. It's not worthy, but it's like I feel not good enough. Like, how is it that you ain't got this? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you take that note? So yeah. And I feel good about telling people because I know I'm not the only one out there. A lot of people, I don't care what nobody thinks, and generally I don't. Okay, now most people generally, there's some people out there, generally they don't, but there is something that makes you feel like it's less than, and it's a lie from the devil. Okay, but I got, maybe I'm not really beating myself up as opposed to I'm in this fight with the enemy that telling me, the enemy or the inner me, whatever the situation, that I'm not enough, that I'm not good enough because you keep making mistakes. They're going to fire you. Well, if they fire me, if I keep making these mistakes, maybe this job wasn't good for me if I'm making that many mistakes. So, and I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that would be what it will be. I do think I'll be watched. Now, I don't like being watched, but I need to be watched so that I don't make that mistake again. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better because I'm talking to y'all about it. Don't do what I'm doing, but this is authentic here. This is what it is. I still, I've been feeling like since I made that mistake. But don't do this to yourself, but be honest. Know yourself. Okay, I want to leave some time, but I know I ain't going to put the song of the day in here. So I'm going to go on right on to the 10 minutes, okay? So don't do this to yourself. Well, it's easier said than done. How about we say this? Let us work on recovering, bouncing back from criticism or mistakes that we've made when the inner me or the enemy want to bring back all the mistakes that you made. God made you enough. God gave you that job, put you in that position where you are. The only one that can get you out of that job is you, leave. But what I was saying, that God placed me here, meaning my job, and on earth, but my job in this instance, he placed me here, and he the only one gonna be able to take me out of here. That's all I have to tell you, and you all have a good one, all right? Peace.